Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be strong? Not in muscle or might, but in spirit and mind. In a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, how can one cultivate unshakable inner strength? Buddhism offers profound insights into this question, guiding us toward resilience, peace, and clarity. Join us on a journey through a captivating tale that unveils the 3 secrets to becoming strong through Buddhist wisdom. This story is not just a narrative, but a mirror reflecting our own struggles and the path to overcoming them. The restless mind. In the bustling city of Rajagaha, nestled among hills and the faint murmur of sacred chants, lived a young man named Arjun. To many, he had everything. A family known for their wisdom and wealth, a promising career in the king's court, and the favor of teachers and scholars alike. Yet behind his well-crafted smile was a constant battle. Each night, Arjun lay awake, trapped in a storm of thoughts. What if he failed? What if he lost it all? What if he was never enough? His nights were long and cold, not from the absence of warmth, but from the absence of peace. Despite his intelligence and status, a gnawing anxiety consumed him. He tried wine, music, diversions, even long walks under the moonlight. Nothing silenced the noise in his mind. One morning, after another sleepless night, Arjun overheard 2 merchants talking about a monk named Bhante Rahula, a forest-dwelling sage said to calm even the most troubled minds. Intrigued and perhaps desperate, Arjun sought him out. After a day's journey into the forest, Arjun found Bhante Rahula meditating beneath a bodhi tree, the sunlight forming a soft halo around him. Waiting respectfully, Arjun bowed and shared his pain. Bhante Rahula listened, unmoving, his eyes closed. Finally, he opened them and said, "Your mind, young one, is like a monkey bitten by a snake, agitated, wounded, unable to rest. You must first see the monkey clearly before you can soothe it." He invited Arjun to stay and learn. The first few days were difficult. Arjun had never sat so still. His thoughts screamed louder in the silence. Every itch, every breeze became a distraction. But Bhante Rahula, patient and firm, taught him to observe. "Don't fight your thoughts," he said. "Watch them like clouds drifting across the sky." As weeks passed, something changed. Arjun began to notice gaps between thoughts, brief golden silences. In those moments, he tasted a peace unlike anything before. One day he asked, "Bhante, how can watching the mind bring such calm?" Bhante smiled. "Because the mind only torments us when we believe every thought. But when we observe without attachment, we reclaim our power." He continued, "Imagine your mind as a river. Most people are swept away by its current, but if you sit on the bank, you can watch it flow without drowning." Arjun finally understood. Mindfulness wasn't about controlling thoughts, it was about becoming aware of them. He began to apply this in daily life. When worry arose, he named it, "This is fear." When anger appeared, "This is frustration." In naming, he created space. In space, he found choice. Secret 1, mindfulness. Mindfulness is not an escape from the world, but a return to it. By training the mind to remain present, we stop feeding fear from the past or anxiety about the future. The present moment becomes a refuge. This is where true strength begins. One evening during a forest walk, Arjun saw a leaf fall. Instead of ignoring it, he paused. He noticed its slow dance, its final surrender to earth. He wept. Not from sorrow, but from awakening. For the first time, he was truly alive. The weight of attachment. In the tranquil village of Anuradhapura, nestled amidst emerald mountains where clouds kissed ancient trees, lived a young woman named Luma. Admired for her grace and intellect, Luma's heart often felt burdened, as if carrying a sack of stones through each moment of life. She constantly worried about her parents' approval, the opinions of neighbors, the success of her business, and even how others perceived her generosity. One day, Luma heard of a wandering Zen monk named Ryoshin, known for his joyful demeanor despite carrying no money or possessions. Intrigued, she decided to seek him out, hoping to understand the secret to his happiness. She found Ryoshin beside a stream, building a small shrine of river stones. Without asking, she sat beside him and asked, "Master, why does my heart feel heavier with every step in life, even as I try to do everything right?" Ryoshin pointed to the stream. "The water flows because it carries nothing," he said. "You are walking with a lake on your back." "But I am not greedy or selfish," Luma protested. "I love my family. I try to help others. Why should these things weigh me down?" Loving deeply is not the same as clinging. Ryoshin replied. When we begin to fear the loss of what we love, when we shape our lives to please others rather than live in truth, we do not love, we attach. He invited her to follow him up the hill, handing her a small pebble for each attachment she confessed: fear of judgment, self-doubt, the need for approval. By the time they reached the hilltop, her arms were full, trembling. "Now," he said gently, "walk back down." She tried, but her legs shook and she dropped some stones, frantically picking them up. "Why are you holding on to them?" he asked. "Because you gave them to me," she said. "No," he smiled. "You took them." Realizing her burden was self-imposed, Luma slowly opened her hands, letting the stones fall one by one. As the last one touched the earth, she sighed as though she had not exhaled in years. Ryoshin bowed. "Now walk with the stream." This story echoes a vital Zen teaching. Attachments are not proof of love. They are obstacles to it. Just as the stream cannot carry the sky on its surface without losing its clarity, we cannot hold peace if we are clenched around the fear of letting go. Ask yourself, what stones have I picked up that are not mine to carry? What attachments disguise themselves as love in my life? The power of the present moment. Far from Anuradhapura, in a remote corner of the Zen lands, there was a temple known as the House of the Dawn. Here lived an elderly monk named Haku, who spoke little but was rumored to converse with time itself. Pilgrims came to him seeking insights into the future, the past, and the meaning of dreams. Haku would always smile and point silently to the floor beneath their feet. One rainy day, a scholar named Kenji climbed the long trail to the House of the Dawn. He had spent years studying ancient texts on karma, reincarnation, and the nature of nirvana, yet his mind was a chaos of thought. Kenji bowed and asked, "Master Haku, how can I understand the full truth of this existence?" Haku led him to a garden where rain fell rhythmically onto leaves and stones. He pointed to a leaf trembling under the touch of a single drop. "This," he said, "this is truth." Kenji blinked. "But, Master, I've read volumes of teachings. This is just a raindrop." "No, this is this raindrop," Haku replied. "Not the one that fell yesterday, not the one that will fall later. Only this. Only now." "But how does that help me live better?" "Understand karma?" Kenji asked. "Karma is not something from a past life nor a tally for the next," Haku explained. "Karma is created right now in your thoughts, in your breath, in your gaze. Where are you?" Kenji looked down. "Here, I suppose?" Haku touched his chest. "No, you are in your mind. You are either behind yourself or ahead of yourself. But life lives only here." He guided Kenji to sit in silence. For hours they watched the rain fall. The world outside Kenji's mind slowly returned. The soft ripples in the pond, the steam rising from the earth, the silence between raindrops. As twilight fell, something shifted. Kenji breathed, not from habit but from presence. He felt the breath, the moment, the now. Tears streamed down his face. He had spent years chasing truth in pages and theories, yet truth had always been quietly waiting in the space between breaths. Haku said, "The mind seeks mountains, but peace is a pebble underfoot." This story offers the essence of Buddhist presence. Peace is not something to find later. It is something we miss now. Mindfulness is not a task, it is a remembering. So, dear listener, ask yourself, are you here right now? Or are you a ghost in your own life, haunted by what was or what might be? The strength of letting go. In the heart of the ancient city of Sarnath, where the Buddha first turned the wheel of Dharma, lived a renowned sculptor named Ananda. His creations were celebrated across kingdoms, each statue a testament to his unparalleled skill. Yet despite his fame and wealth, Ananda felt a void within, a persistent unease that no accolade could fill. One day, while chiseling a statue of the Buddha, a fragment broke off unexpectedly, marring the sculpture. Frustrated, Ananda exclaimed, "Why must imperfections plague my work?" A gentle voice responded, "Perfection is not in the form, but in the release." Startled, Ananda turned to see a serene monk observing him. "Who are you?" Ananda asked. "I am Bhante Rahula, a humble monk passing through," the monk replied. "May I sit?" Ananda nodded, and Bhante Rahula settled beside him, eyes resting on the flawed statue. "Your work is exquisite," the monk began. "Yet I sense turmoil within you," Ananda sighed. "I strive for perfection, but flaws always emerge. It's disheartening. Bhante Rahula smiled gently. In our pursuit of perfection, we often cling to control, but true strength lies in letting go. Letting go, Ananda echoed. But isn't mastery about control? Consider the lotus, the monk said. It blooms in muddy waters, unbothered by its surroundings. It doesn't control the water, it simply rises above it. Ananda pondered this. But how does one let go without becoming apathetic? Letting go isn't indifference, Bhante Rahula explained. It's freedom from attachment. When we release our grip on expectations, we open ourselves to the present moment, embracing life as it unfolds. Inspired, Ananda began to sculpt anew, this time allowing the stone to guide him. He embraced imperfections, seeing them as part of the creation's unique beauty. His work transformed, reflecting a newfound serenity. As Ananda let go of his rigid expectations, he discovered a profound inner strength, a resilience rooted in acceptance and presence. This tale illustrates the Buddhist teaching that true strength arises from letting go. By releasing our attachments and embracing the present moment, we cultivate inner peace and resilience,